You know our next guest, he's the leader of our team here at the broadcast.
Yes, but what you may not know is that our executive producer, Stuart, is a longtime advocate and an educator of blood cancer. And so he's with us in our at-home living room to tell us his story and enlist your help in helping his cause, which is blood cancer, often just known as leukemia, right? But there are other blood
it's
cancers.
leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma. There's hundreds of different types of blood cancers out there. So blood cancer encompasses a bunch of different illnesses.
What's your personal connection to this?
So my partner, Jason, was diagnosed on May 28th, 2008. And I think this is a photo of him about a month before his diagnosis. Looking very healthy.
Yes.
And so he was diagnosed on May 28th, 2008 with stage 4 Burkitt's lymphoma, which is a very aggressive form of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. This was April 2009. When I was looking about twice my size. And you can tell the toll that all the treatments have taken on Jason by this point. And this was a month before he died.
Wow.
So he was diagnosed on May 28th, 2008, and he died on May 28th, 2009, exactly 1 year to the day.
And it's one of those types of cancer that takes hold and just destroys.
It did not stop.
And that first photo of him, you said it was 4 weeks before he was diagnosed. So did he have symptoms? Were there...
No, he felt fine. He felt a lump under his right arm in his armpit, and we watched it for a little while, and it never went away. And so
how long was a little while?
Maybe a month.
Okay.
And it never went away. So that's, I pushed him. He was one of those guys that, I don't want to go to the doctor, and typical man. And so I finally pushed him and got him an appointment, and he went to the doctor, and sure enough, that's what it was.
And then you ended up caring for Jason through the end of his life.
Right. I was 29 years old when he passed away, and so when most of my friends were getting married and having children, I was dealing with the death of a loved one.
Yes.
And becoming a caregiver completely changed my life. Any caregiver out there will know this feeling. You feel completely helpless when somebody's going through something like this because you don't know what to do. You physically can't fight for them, but you can fight with them. And there were no resources out there for us as a caregiver at this time. And so it was kind of my challenge and my mission from that point on to educate other caregivers and kind of create a community, because there's really no support for us as we try and support our loved ones through this.
What was the one thing that he really needed most from you as a caregiver?
He would never admit it, but just help. He also needed his independence. He needed to know that he could do something on his own. He was a very independent guy, and he did not like to be sick. And that is a huge piece that I learned from him, is that anytime somebody is sick and you are a caregiver for them, don't treat them like they're a sick person. Treat them as a human being that is in this fight with you. So it was little things. I would let him unload the dishwasher, and that gave him a sense of purpose. It was something stupid like that, but it made him feel better because I wasn't doing everything for him, even though I wanted to.
I think what is so inspirational about your story, Stuart, is that you went through this horrible time and this loss of a loved one, and you to this day remain committed to this cause of educating people and helping caregivers especially. So what are you doing now that we can help with?
So since Jason was diagnosed, we started fundraising for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, which I've talked about here several times. And since he died, Team Jason that we created in his honor has raised over $50,000 over the last 6 years. And this year, I'm trying to double that number.
Wow.
So I've been nominated for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Man of the Year competition, which kicks off in about 2 weeks. And it's a 10-week fundraising blitz.
Which means you are a warrior.
Yes. So if you know me at all, I'm going to be asking you for money. So basically, starting March 26th through May 30th, I have to raise as much money as I can. Every dollar is a vote, and obviously the person who raises the most money wins. But it's an incredible cause. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society does so much research. And this is a benefit concert that I'm throwing on April 9th at the Rustic with the Molly Ringwalds, the greatest 80s band ever.
We've had them on the show. They're so great.
So tickets are on sale now. You can go to therustic.com and buy those. They're just $20, and everything. All the ticket sales go to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and my campaign. But the LLS does so much research funding. They have been on the forefront of new drugs and new therapies that are keeping people alive longer. So it's really important to fund this kind of research and help them out.
Because you never know when someone you love or yourself that you're going to be hit by something like this. And as with Jason, it took over his life, your life, so fast. Yeah.
Yeah, within a year. It's crazy.
Wow.
Well, we love you.
I love you guys too.
For more details about Stuart's quest to be crowned Man of the Year for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, head to his fundraising website, bit.ly/Stuart Boslow.
Right.
That's it. Go ahead, Lise.
Okay, if you'd like to donate, you can still do so on that site after March 26th, or you can donate now by buying a $20 ticket to go see the greatest 80s cover band ever, the Molly Ringwalds. We've had them here on the show, as I said. They're going to be at the Rustic on April 9th. It's a throwback to the 80s. It's all benefiting the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, supporting people just like Stuart who have had to care for a loved one, or people who are hit with this disease.
And there's a costume contest too.
And a costume contest. Okay, just head over to therustic.com for tickets to the show. And I'm sure you can find more information as you follow us on social media and things
That's
like
right.
that.
Up next, we're going to meet a transplanted Texan whose life has been on a slippery slope at times, but this former Olympian, Katie Eulander, believes in never saying never when it comes to living life. Buckle up. It's going to be an inspirational ride. Stay with us.